Okay, so I'm playing in Fraction Free Zone, and I have been playing apparently for 230 days worth within the game. Um, so I started off over here. Uh, this was my headquarters, and I sort of expanded out, and then had a couple of basic uh, towers and things. I was doing okay, had lots of different bits and pieces here, and uh, found that I needed to, put walls up and things, but it was really hard. There's just lots of stuff there. So I started moving up to this area, which is my second base, my north base. And the issue is, every day, the citizens would go, I'm going to walk all this way up to here. And by the time they got there, it would be maybe 3 p.m. They would work for 2 hours, and then they would walk all the way back. And they were vulnerable all the way through, walking through the area. So that didn't work very well. Looks like it's about to be 6 a.m.
Reporting.
So
We're on the move.
once I set up a set of fortified walls around this place, at the time I only had a couple of basic things, a warehouse and a normal house, and I've since managed to build enough that things are safe here.
Everybody get ready!
And for quite a long time, most of my people were down here, and they would go up, they'd build, and then eventually I managed to...
We're running out of resources.
Sniper rifles, hey. Okay, I did ask a few gates and things to have sniper rifles, so that's expected. I do have plenty of assault rifles. Let me... yeah, I'm building plenty there.
Building complete.
I used to need like 370 guards because I had to guard all of this and all of this, and I had double. Here I had just, all along I had a whole bunch of different gates and everything else. And now I'm just, deconstructing. I did deconstruct some of the buildings here. That gave me a little bit of
Construction complete.
resources to build some of this stuff up. I have found that unless you've got a few
Building
squads, your fortified walls don't last that long. Against a decent swarm, you've got to put probably at least 4 squads on, plus have, say, a fortified gate or at least a tower. I do this setup where I've got a fortified gate with an assault rifle setup, and that shoots most of the zombies. And then you've got the sniper rifle setup, which gives that extra range to be good against the harder stuff. That's
Building work done.
ideal. I was probably going to be some still with pistols, although these ones will have machine guns, and this has got snipers. So this one was a little excessive because I built this first, and then I realized there's actually a lot of
Building complete.
zombies coming up this way, and especially with this area now being deconstructed, I'm getting a lot more attacks from here.
We
Whereas
finished construction.
they all used to go to my
We finished
first
construction.
base. For a very long time, even if the zombies came from up here or up here or anywhere around here, they would all head to this base. Whereas it's only if they came from like these 2 squares would a swarm actually head in towards here somewhat. And I'm sure it was only on their way to here. Since deleting my main headquarters here, I've been
Building
able to
work
get
done.
a bit more. Enemy groups are always a worry.
Take him down! Operator,
I
attack!
normally have some cars here. So
Reporting.
I set it up. Number one is my fast
Take him down!
alpha car with just a sports car, and this Catherine Hill has race driver. They've all got race driver because that's how you can spawn them in. Interesting. Chance to hit in vehicles minus 30%. I didn't realize that. We've got Hawkeye, race driver, and tough. So, yeah, I usually
Kill them!
will run around. And here you see, look, it's 12 o'clock, and we've got all these people coming down, and they're just doing some final scavenging here. I don't really need to fully scavenge these, but it's just sort of a nice to have. I do have like a warehouse here that I've still kept, and I had a bunch of warehouses all around, and I maybe didn't need to remove all of them, but I do
Receiving.
also have a tank. That's one of the things that made me feel like, okay, I've made it now. I've got a tank. Took a fair few resources to build. An armored vehicle, sorry. And an armored vehicle requires 500 metal and 125 fuel. That's was sort of the limiting factor. Truck, 250, same with tanker. So I'm building a tanker right now just to see what the tanker is like. Because I probably need to keep the
Waiting orders.
the tank near the tanker, even though it's got 14 fuel. So I have, despite having spending 100 fuel was a big issue for a while, but I've now got nearly 800 citizens. I even have unemployed citizens now because I've maxed out enough. I mean, I'm sure I could just put them all onto factory working and that sort of food prep or just farming. Probably could do with a bit more on farming, actually. Now, what I don't like, there really should be a plus button, like a shift plus, and actually just be able to add 10 at a time instead of just clicking one. It's like you can click add one or you can add max, but I can't type a number in. I can't, shift add multiple. So that's been a pain for ages. I just want to, I want to balance a bunch of different things. Sometimes I'll just max out. But there was times when scavenging, I'd select an area and try and scavenge, or I'd have a whole bunch of buildings up to be scavenged, and it'd just be like, oh, you need 2,000 people. Well, I don't have 2,000 people. I'd spend a few days scavenging, and then a few days building, a few days scavenging, a few days building, alternating most of my people between that. And at night, I'd be having to send them on guard duty. And because of the distances, I'd have to send them off at 3 p.m. or something. They'd go weave their way back to the house, and then they'd weave their way off to go do guard duty. But often they'll be weaving their way through here or along here, and they'd just be attacked by all the zombies, all the enemy groups, all of that. So that's been a pain. I ended up building like this big warehouse here, many stories tall. I do like that I can just go boop, 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 create, and then most of the time I was just building 1 or 2 levels tall, but you can create things that are like just say purely out of bricks, and for a while I had lots of bricks. I'm now very low on bricks because I have
Construction complete.
built a bunch of stuff like that. So I have 20,000 resource capacity. I don't expect to have to worry about that. I can easily up my...
People spotted.
I think I
Armed
need a
and
better
dangerous.
cookhouse, actually. I need to max out all the cookhouse.
We'll get them. For the zone. Kill them. For the zone. For the zone. Attack. For the zone. Take him down. Kill them. For the zone. For the zone. Take him down. Attack. 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 For the
So
zone.
with my
Take him down.
also
For the zone. For the
fast
zone.
up
We'll
there.
get them. Take him down. We'll get them. Kill them. Take him down.
I would
For the zone.
normally
Take him down.
say
Going
go
there.
up here and I'll shoot them. Okay.
Receiving. For the zone.
I have some
The infected are
There's a
pillaging a
metal
building.
tower here and another one there. Where are you shooting? I feel like there's meant to be something there and I can't see it.
Receiving. Roger.
I've just recently upgraded these guys with assault rifles. I've managed to build enough.
People spotted. Armed and dangerous.
Oh, right. There's another one here and you just couldn't see these guys.
For the zone. We need backup.
Sometimes you can do this.
Requesting support.
You're like, oh, get them in a building and then attack.
Take him down.
The issue is, yeah, look, these guys are out of protective gear. And, oh, normally I have a default
Ready for
set
action.
of
On my way.
equipment. If you look at something like,
Operator.
okay, where's one?
Ready
Yeah.
for action.
I will have a set of ammo.
We finished
We're
construction.
running
And a
out
first
of
aid kit.
resources.
So, because you get a big swarm, you usually go through the ammo. But sometimes, if you're being attacked by enemy groups,
toil is over.
then
Operator.
yes, you also need to worry about that. So
Roger.
now I'm gonna click to send him to the warehouse, and then
Receiving.
then click again to exchange.
Ready for action.
So they walk in, boom. Once they get there and that disappears, they've now emptied out the car.
Ready for action.
I press G or I can click it here and I can now add in. When you
They're
first
breaking
add
into our building.
date, and then you can do something like this and then remove it, add it back in and you get a new one. Thankfully, the towers are doing a decent job now of just getting rid of stuff. I only put metal towers down because I didn't want to put too many people in. I like the fortified towers, but they do have 3 people, and I wanted to just spatter these all around the place. And I probably need actually a couple more towers. And somewhere like here, I might actually put a bigger fortified tower. So this way, there's more area covered. Yeah, mostly things are fine. You do have to go research the vaccine every few days, or like it's every 12 days. It seems like 12 days is actually equivalent to 12 months
Waiting orders.
in this. The way they say things.
Roger.
And
Operator. Going there.
this. So I can send this guy
Let's
out
do it.
here.
We're on the move.
Oh, you're the one looking for snipers. See these fortified gates? 6 people. They're definitely very good, and if anything, I would redo just a bunch more gates. But I like the double gate setup because then the zombies try coming in. They usually come to attack here, and even if they manage to destroy one of the walls here and get in this area, it's still like it's just a death zone for them. Whereas the ones that come up on the side, they can easily get through this. And the thing that I need to go do is make a second fortified wall. And you see here, I can just sort of go here and then just build a big long one. And there's a question of how much space. You don't really want too much space in somewhere like this, but you want enough that people can walk down the back end of it. And maybe I even put a fortified gate that just lets you get into this area. And clip that in. And I could probably do something like this mixed with maybe up here. Maybe this. So it's got a decent distance that you got to walk between them, and it is adding on top. Yeah, that'll be fine. The issue is that you people, builders, can't really get between. You know, if I added another layer, so they can easily get one side of here, walk around, go to the other side. But as soon as I add a third layer, they can't get there. So there's only so many layers you can add. Here, these didn't connect properly. Now they, thankfully, it's close enough. That the bad guys being usually zombies, but whoever, oh, boom, they just
We are out of resources.
didn't even get there. I've moved it into fast speed, and don't really have to worry too much about it.
On my way. Waiting orders.
Enough sleep,
Let's do it.
people. We've got work
Reporting.
to
On my way.
Building work done.
I really want 800 citizens, and then I think that I'm done. Got a bunch more building work to be done.
We finished construction.
It's now 10 o'clock. So there's a construction here. Put warehouses everywhere. That's a big thing. Like there's a warehouse here, there's a warehouse here.
Waiting
They're
orders.
You just
trying to
put
get
them-
inside.
There's a zone attacked over here. That's to be expected. And I got it pretty good. I'm just doing some extra reinforcing around here. It was really painful when I was trying to build both this here and this here, and every little zombie horde that came, I had to go and send
Ready for
my
action.
squad out and attack and everything else. And then when a swarm would come, I'd usually, like swarm would be coming up here, I'd send all my guys out, and I'd be attacking them, like zooming back and having squad like 3 or 4 cars at a time attacking, have 1 or 2 moving back, and then they were just leaping back, and they would slowly fall back and get down, and finally kill them, before they hit the base. But it was very slow and painful, and very
Ready for
hard to
exchange.
get anywhere. So these
Ready for
guys,
action.
boom, boom, boom.
We finished
Make sure you
construction.
get everything.
Wrap it up, folks. Time to call it a day.
So I'm probably going to need more bricks, and I'm probably going to need. So if I try and deconstruct, I get 1,500 bricks from this one. Yeah. So these ones.
Another vehicle here.
Oh, and this was good a variety. Anyway, I just want those extra few citizens.
Let's do it.
Next day, and then. Oh yeah, so this guy's
Receiving.
going off to the other sections here. I sent the tank over to these to initially go get stuff. And I should actually use a truck. I've got somewhere one of these is a truck.
The work
which
ain't gonna
gives
wait for us.
45
Let's get to it.
resources. Oh, 799. One more day. And I get 800, and then I'm done. But I gotta go pick up my son. And, yeah, I feel like I'm done. There's nothing, there's no more objectives. I just occasionally, get the vaccine. Oh, by the way, like I've got 710 vaccinated citizens. Like I've got an excessive amount of vaccines that are boom, boom, boom. Like 70 people in the
Research done.
hospital. Or I could just change them over to building first aid kits. We've got another hospital here that's making first aid kits.
Work's done. Head back to your shelter.
I might put some more people in farming as well. See, this is what I mean. Like, there's now 400 people on scavenging. Like, I would have to optimize, and sometimes I would be taking people off guard during the day, putting them on scavenging, and then
They're trying to get inside.
But then, as soon as you're dealing with something else, like they're going off and on, and then during the day everything's vulnerable. Now I don't have to worry about it.
Ready for action.
Nice
Kill
setup.
them. We need backup.
So
We need backup.
really, the answer is, oh yeah, here you go. The answer is, don't bother setting up a 2 bases. Try finding a
bed?
good
Get up
base.
and off to your
now that
duty.
they've got a fishery, which is like the only thing I haven't researched, because I don't have any water on this map. I mean, there's something way down here, but or over here. But this is Manila. This is the airport here, and a bunch of these were lots of small buildings, and I've created new ones. Boom! I've got a total of 800 citizens. It seems like there's a maximum that it's heading towards. Like,
We finished
the
construction.
birth rate is meant to be pretty high, but I could add some more brews, apparently. That's about it. Plenty of everything. Birth rate is really high, and yet I'm only getting 2 or 3 children now, whereas I was getting a lot more before. So I feel like it does max out the number of citizens.
Stop working. Start winding down for some rest.
All right. I mean, it automatically is going to save in 15 minutes of game time, but I just want to be sure. All right, that's infection-free zone.